Hey, it's beautiful again. Had a really hard day yesterday with some information I found out. Yeah, that wasn't why I was going to make this video. Kind of having a break from things, I suppose. I think I've grounded myself a lot today. And I wanted to talk about sex. I was going to make some notes, but to make it a bit more coherent, but it's just not me. I'm just going to flow with it, really. I know that our sexual power has literally been, or attempted to be taken from us, to be stolen from us, in various different ways. And this has happened over centuries, over really generations and generations and generations to both women and men. And we're now in a place where I think people are super confused about what they can do, what they can say, what's appropriate, what isn't appropriate. And this sense of confusion is really affecting people and affecting their own sexuality and their own ability to actually be intimate with themselves and to be intimate with other people. Why this has happened, I'm not going to get into the conspiracies of it, but how can we overcome that, especially now in this situation of lockdown? How can we get in touch with ourselves again? How can we reclaim our power? So I guess that's going to depend if you're on your own or if you're with a significant other. It's going to depend very much on your situation, and for a lot of people it's not necessarily going to be that possible to do, depending on where you are. I could talk about sex very long time. Like, my journey has been very powerful, coming from a place where I had to learn to rediscover myself because of experiences out of my control. That gave me a really strong angle, actually, because I was very determined to be very free sexually, because I feel that it's our God-given right to enjoy sex and to enjoy it in the correct way. And I knew that, and I knew I wasn't enjoying it to my full potential. So for me, that involved learning something called Tantra, which can be applied to sexuality, something about energy, and I did that on my own. And they say you can't necessarily do it on your own, but I had to do it on my own because I couldn't, and I still struggle to trust myself in finding the correct sexual partner. And that's actually serving me really well now, because I can't actually have sex with somebody else because of the restrictions, or I'm unable to have sex with someone else because I am on my own. So yay, it's good. So I would recommend finding out about Tantra, researching energy, working out how you can use that on your own. Meditate. You basically just meditate. So you basically just sit, you go into your breathing, and then you visualize the energy. Now, for a woman, the energy comes in down below, from the lingam, the penis, into the yoni, the vagina. So the energy goes through, it goes up, and it comes out of the chest, and then it would go into the chest of the man and round. So it's a circular energy. And you can do that on your own. Obviously, you've got a partner, great. You can do that with a partner, but you can do that on your own. I know you can, because I've done it myself. So you just meditate, visualize that energy. You can do things like self-massage. I've even done it to the extent of blindfolding myself and feeding myself fruit. It sounds crazy, but it's learning to love yourself and rediscover your body, because your body is your body to do with what you want. And I think that's so powerful, especially if you've had trauma in your life. It's taking that power back yourself. So like typically in a single Tantra session, you could maybe meditate for a while, visualize that energy going around, have some oils ready. You want to be quite slow and sensuous, and you want to keep focusing on your breath while you're doing this and focusing on the energy. You could then go into some kind of massage, self-massage. And then the thing with Tantra, it's not about the orgasm. And I think that's really powerful because I don't want to generalise, but in my experience, particularly for women that have struggled maybe to reach orgasm for various reasons, it takes away that pressure of having to reach some kind of a climax. So it's about the journey. So it's about, it feels good. It's not about trying to get all the time to an orgasm, trying to get to an orgasm. And for me, in my sexual journey, I found a huge amount of pressure on myself from partners as well, because partners generally want you, you know, you're fulfilling something in them. They want to feel that they have satisfied you, you know, and when they don't, it's hard on them, and then that can make you feel bad. And that's really not what the sexual journey is about. It's not about feeling bad because you haven't achieved an orgasm to satisfy your partner's needs to satisfy you. Okay, so now if you're on your own, I'm going to just focus on that for a while. It's a brilliant time to really get into this, really learn yourself. So it's not about reaching an orgasm, it's about enjoying the feeling of touching yourself, enjoying how good that feels. And then if you want to go ahead and have an orgasm, you know, go ahead and have an orgasm. But what you'll find is you will probably have much better orgasms because of that. So yeah, and then added to that, I want to talk a little bit about pornography. I've watched it, I've used it, you know, particularly when in the past, you know, when I've smoked weed as well. The two things tend to go hand in hand for me. And obviously we're living in a time where, you know, it's something that people are probably using maybe even more, but I will say it's addictive. It's really fucking addictive. What do you think? And I'm not being judgmental at all, you know, do what you will, you know, your journey is your journey, but you cannot 100% tell if those people are really enjoying that experience. Even if you see a woman ejaculate, I'm telling you now, that is a physical response. A woman can ejaculate without having a truly pleasurable orgasm. So you cannot ever truly know if they're enjoying that experience. You cannot know what's going on. You cannot know in their backgrounds, and it's all energy transference. So even when you watch porn, you will be vibing off their energy. That energy will be vibing to you, and it's highly unlikely, the majority of the pornography available on, say, YouPorn or Pornhub or whatever it is you're using, it's highly unlikely that that is going to be positive energy. You know, yes, some people go into porn to choose porn for what's it, you know, for the right reasons, and I'm not against pornography per se. Most of them don't. I've looked into this in great detail. I've studied it. I've watched a lot of programs on pornography, and a lot of the people are very traumatized. Also, what pornography does is it again takes the power away from you, because you're having to look at an external source for sexual pleasure. So try, you know, to steer away from that. And I would suggest maybe setting up, I was going to say like a night a week, but I mean, hey, you could do it every single day now, couldn't you? Whenever you like. Setting up some time, have a look into Tantra, solo Tantra, have a look into that, you know, and do it. And if you're in a relationship, what better time to really invest in that relationship and make some time for some lengthy lovemaking, because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We're humans. And now I'm going to talk about sexual shame and like the repression of your own sort of sexual desires. Now, of course, you know, truly incredibly spiritual beings, you can become enlightened, and it is an animalistic desire, isn't it? But I'm not there yet. I like sex, okay, and I'm not going to repress that in myself because I'm on a spiritual path, because if I'm feeling sexual urges and I repress that, that's just denying who I am. So if you're feeling it, do it, but just do it in the right way. Another thing you can do at the moment as well is you can, well, at any time, not just now, you can use your orgasms to manifest. You know, you can do that. You can send that energy that you produce, because it's so powerful, out into the world, and you can send that energy out. You can create healing. You could ask for something for yourself, you could ask for something for, you know, anything you want, okay? So not only can you really enjoy yourself or your partner, but that energy that is so incredibly powerful you can use to help others, or you can even use it to heal yourself. You can focus that energy onto your own well-being as well. So really, I think I've covered pretty much everything I want to talk about. I think that at this time, there's divinity in us that is really coming to the forefront, and a lot of that can come from our sexuality. It's time to take back our power now, and it's time to really feel into ourselves, and it's time to invest into finding out who you are on this planet as both a spiritual light body and also inhabiting a body which has desires and urges. And I'm telling you now, those desires and urges are far from wrong, okay? They're absolutely, completely and utterly natural, and it's time to really go into those and really feel yourself, feel your sexual power, and take it the fuck back. Take it back, okay? The exploitation in the sex industry, it's disgusting. It's vile fucking energy, okay? Where they've taken, sex has been taken, marketed, packaged, and then sold back to us, or given back to us, mainly sold through porn. Okay, Pornhub and all of that may be free, or I think there's the premium service, but the advertising, all the rest of it, all that goes with it, they've taken and packaged a beautiful, powerful energy and then made it a product and then given that back to us. Okay, I mean, if you do use porn, okay, it's fine. I'm not shaming you. I've used it myself, I've used it with partners, I've used it on my own, and that's how I know. That's how I know. It's get into the habit of satisfying yourself. Learn about your bodies. Learn about the woman's body. Learn about the man's body. Learn about how incredible a woman can be and how responsive she can be. So if you're a guy, you know, don't expect her to have orgasms to satisfy your desire to keep her satisfied. Go with it, okay? Go with whatever. Enjoy the journey, not the destination. And if you're a woman, it's about opening yourself up to that divine masculine and letting that flow into you, whether you're on your own or you're not. You can tap into the energies around you. The divine masculine is all around me now, you know. I can tap into that energy and be open, be a vessel, but be it for the right person, and be it for the right energies, not the wrong ones. You don't want that vile shit flowing through you, okay? So, have a fantastic day. Yeah, and enjoy the sexual exploration of yourself and your partner. Lots of love. Bye.